Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Morino Ravenberg here again. Um, yeah, long story short, I've started recording like this again. I don't know if I'll be recording like this in the future. But long story short, my current phone is busted. I need to replace the screen. So the way that I'm used to recording, looking straight forwardly into the camera, is that time is temporarily come to a close. Okay, I so I'm gonna record like this again due to the fact that I bought a new phone. Nevertheless, everything's still okay. In any case, the spirit that I'm going to be covering today is a pagan spirit called Santa Muerte. Long story short, Santa Muerte. And before I continue, you can, or as always, you can find the description and the link below. Okay, the Wikipedia page that leads to Santa Muerte. For those of you that have no idea who Santa Muerte is, but long story short, Santa Muerte is, as Wikipedia states it, is a female deity or folk saint in Mexican American folk Catholicism. Basically, a personification of death. She is associated with healing, protection, and safe delivery to the afterlife by her devotees. Okay, without even trying, over the course of my life, I'm 33 years old currently at this time, or at the time of this recording, and over the course of my life, I have seen Santa Muerte, not the spirit itself, but I've seen her being discussed in pop media, either from horror movies to regular movies, you name it, just generally speaking, more from Latin American countries specifically, but moreover from Mexico. Yeah, I've heard people mention it online and all of that stuff. Okay, so I am familiar at a basic level with Santa Muerte, and do know that yes, he's basically the personification for Latin American people of death, specifically Mexicans, yeah, or people, at the very least, people from Middle America. Um, in any case, if you want to go into detail, I'm also no expert on Santa Muerte in terms of origins and all of that. If you want all of that, read the Wikipedia page and knock yourself out, to put it that way. I'm here to discuss, as usual, or as always, whatever, discuss the occult aspects of Santa Muerte and what she can offer to an individual that wants to work with him or her. Okay? An individual that wants to work with him, her, or it. Okay, we'll just call her for the sake of just traditionalism, since it's Santa Muerte and she's a female deity, so a goddess. And before I continue on her, I also need to point out that she does remind me a bit of Aosat. For those of you that aren't familiar with the spirit Aosat, just look for Aosat on my channel, Aosoth, and you'll see. She's also an egregore, basically a thought form or a pagan spirit that was created by an occult order or an occult called the Order of Nine Angles. In any case, regarding Santa Muerte, I was just watching an interesting thingy. Oh, sorry. Oh, crap. Sorry, cell phone fell. Cell phone fell. In any case, I was just watching an interesting piece on her regarding, let's see, in which, I mean, I was watching a piece in which she was mentioned called, a YouTube video called Three Terrifying Killer Cults, and there was a cult that murdered children or something like that, and that cult was also, Santa Muerte was also mentioned in that cult. I'm sorry. My camera has difficulty remaining stable. Um, okay, let's just hope it stays that way. In any case, there's not a lot to say, or there's not a lot to discuss, so I'm just going to continue. Santa Muerte is a mercurial spirit, okay? She corresponds to 5 degrees in Gemini. That 5 degrees exactly stands for rebel, okay? So she has a rebellious personality. And her specialty is to bring about change in daily life, specifically improving daily life for individuals. And she does so in a perfectionist kind of way. So she is detail conscious, okay? And her attributes, as mentioned generally by the Wikipedia section, so generally healing, protection, and safe delivery into the afterlife, aren't that correct? Okay, healing, no, not so much. Moderate healing skills at best. Protection, Also moderate and safe delivery to the afterlife, a bit above average, okay? As a mercurial spirit, nah, there's nothing that she really specializes in. And that's pretty much what she offers to people that are interested in working with her. She is more than willing to help people and to be of service. But I would not personally suggest in working with her for necromantic dealings or dealings revolving debt and so on, based on her skill set. For the rest, again, working with her, she will cause people to gamble. She'll cause people to just take a gamble on certain situations and so on and so forth. From a negative aspect or on a negative note, I've also heard when watching that YouTube video that drug dealers are also regularly request her aid in dealings and so on. Okay, so hence me saying that she really reminds me of Aosot. But in any case, Santa Muerte is basically just a deity or just a thought form that was created by her followers, Latin American followers. Well, I'd say more accidental, and they just wanted to come into contact with death, and that's how they created Santa Muerte. That's how she came to existence. She's just the Latin American personification, or at the very least, a Mexican personification of death, and the Grim Reaper, to put it that way. Basically, the Latin Grim Reaper. Regarding appearance, she appeared as a normal, beautiful woman with blue eyes, blonde hair, and wearing a normal robe. Robe can be different colors, white or black or dark blue or navy blue. And she can also appear as a general skeleton, the way that she's depicted overall. But she told me that she appears like that because that's more pleasant, okay? And she told me you don't want to see, I can also do the skeleton, but you don't want to see the skeleton, right? Do you want to see this? And that's when she transformed into a skeleton. And I was like, nah, I don't have any problem with it, but I do prefer the female apparition. I do prefer the female form that you took. And for the rest, she's not a big talker, really. She just thanked me for the video or for the interest in her and this publication that I'm recording right now. And yeah, that is it. There's nothing else really about Santa Muerte. Like I said, it's going to be really short. There's a lot of information on her out there. Again, just read the Wikipedia page. You'll see all about her. But this is what she has to offer from an occult perspective. It is, to be honest, no offense meant to her, but it's honestly not a lot. To say that it's not a lot is an understatement even. So that's just basically it, okay? Anyone that still wants to work with her due to fondness or because of he or she, you're fond of her, yeah, you can work with her. But personally, no, I don't recommend it, okay? Only people that are diehard followers of her or devotees will want to work with her. And she's just a thought form, an egregore, a goddess, whatever you want to call her. But she's just a spirit, generally speaking, a self-made spirit, a thought form, officially, per definition, that is good in everyday dealings, okay? Just that can help you to a moderate extent in everyday life, okay, with everyday dealings. But don't expect tremendous wonders from her, or don't expect her to turn you into a multimillionaire or to do anything tremendously well. Even if she does do so, the sheer time that it will take to accomplish something like that is going to be roughly estimated a decade and a half, 2 decades. So that's it in any case on Santa Muerte. Thanks for watching. As always, bye.